Come on in, children. Come on. Watch your step. Come on in. Welcome to the St. Peter's World Outreach Blacks in Wax Museum. Look around. Here we have housed some of the most famous Black Americans in wax. And I've been told in this very special month of February, which is
Black History Month,
some of the figures have been known to come to life.
Sure they do. Have you been taking your medicine?
Really? What's up, girl? Girl, I'm at work. I'm working. Jobs and better jobs. Girl, I've been busy. Hadn't even been able to watch my favorite show, Scandal. What? Shut your mouth. Fitz got shot. What? I got to go watch my show. Get out my way.
I cannot believe she just gonna push past us like that. Anybody got time for that? Is she serious? I'm gonna tell your boss. I can't believe she's just gonna leave us like that.
What are we supposed to do? Just sit here?
Is everybody okay? Yeah, I'm still here. That's all that matters. I still got my $20. Praise the Lord.
Good morning, children. I am Dr. Mae Jameson. I was born in Alabama, but I consider Chicago, Illinois my home. I graduated at the age of 16 and went to Cornell and Stanford University, where I received my doctor's degree in medicine. I am a chemical engineer, a scientist, a teacher, and a physician. I am well trained in dance and choreography. I am Dr. Mae Jameson because I am the first Black woman to go into space under Mission Endeavor, where I was the inventor of bone cell research. I am Dr. Mae Jameson.
I am Phyllis Wheatley. I came so early in history that there are no pictures of me, and there's no actual record of my birth. I was born between 1753 and 1755 in Gambia, Africa. As a child slave, I came to America on the ship called the Phyllis. That is where I got my name from. I was sold to John and Susanna Wheatley, who were devout Christians, and they taught me Christianity. By the age of 12, I had learned Latin and Greek when no other Black children were learning anything. As a result, I gained my freedom by writing poems and other writings. I was the first African-American woman to write a book and earn a living from my poems. I am Phyllis Wheatley.
I am Madam C.J. Walker. I was born Sarah Breedlove. My birthday was December 23rd, 1876, and I was born in Delta, Louisiana. I was also married to Charles Joseph Walker. As an entrepreneur, I built an empire developing hair care products, mainly sulfur, to help Black women take proper care of their hair and promote its growth. I was the first American woman of any race to become a millionaire. I was a financial leader. I am Madam C.J. Walker.
I am Shirley Chisholm. I was born 1924. I was well educated at the Columbia University in elementary education. I also was the first Black African American woman to be elected to Congress. In 1968, I was a candidate for the President of the United States. I am Shirley Caesar.
I am Medgar Wally Evers. I was an African-American civil rights activist born and raised in Decatur, Mississippi. I was the first field secretary of the NAACP in Mississippi. I am Medgar Wally Evers.
I am Malcolm X. I was born in 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. I was killed in 1965 in New York City. Before my death, I changed my name to El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Contrary to what people think, I am not a racist. I'm against all form of racism, all form of discrimination. I believe people should be treated with respect, regardless of the color of their skin. Concerning nonviolence, I think it's criminal to teach a man not to defend himself, especially when he's a consistent victim of brutal attacks. You can't separate peace from freedom. No man can be at peace unless he has freedom. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. We declare our right this day on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary. I am Malcolm X.
I am Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1929, where I grew up to become an ordained minister in 1947. In 1963, I would lead the march on Washington, D.C., where over 200,000 would hear my most famous speech, I Have a Dream. In 1968, I would be gunned down by an assassin's bullet as I stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Today, the Memphis, Tennessee Lorraine Motel stands as a civil rights museum for all to see. And so I say to you this day, my brothers and sisters, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last.
Hello, I'm the President, Barack Hussein Obama. I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, 1961. I was raised by my grandparents. I went to college at Columbia University, where I graduated with a degree in political science in 1983. I went to Harvard Law School, where I earned my JD, and I graduated in 1991. After graduating, I was a civil rights teacher and a civil rights lawyer. I was an Illinois state senator from 1997 to 1994. And in 2008, I was elected this country's first African-American president. Thank you. And I was re-elected in 2012. And I was sworn in on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. All right. God bless America. I am the President, Barack Hussein Obama.
Was that creepy or what? Now that's why you need to pay your tithes to keep these lights on.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me. Oh, swing low, sweet. Hey, how you doing today, children? I was singing a Negro spiritual.
What's a Negro spiritual?
I'm so glad you asked. The lyrics of Negro spirituals were tightly linked with the lives of their authors, slaves. While work songs dealt only with their daily lives, spirituals were inspired by the message of Jesus Christ and his good news, the gospel of the Bible that you, yes you, can be saved. They are different from hymns and songs because they were a way of sharing the hard condition of being a slave. You know, I brought the widow of the civil rights movements to help me out a little bit.
Nobody knows the troubles I see. Nobody knows like Jesus. Nobody knows the troubles I see. Glory, hallelujah. My name is Merle Evers Williams. I am the widow of the slain civil rights activist Medgar Evers. My husband and I were partners in the struggle for justice and equality for our people. We labored together, organizing voter registrations and demonstrations. We knew the job would be dangerous. One day, our home was firebombed. The next year, my husband was slain, shot to his death in our front yard. It was the darkest day of my life, but I refused to give up. I had to raise my children, so I furthered my education, and I went on to become a journalist. I continued the fight as a civil rights activist. I became an author of books, and currently I am a professor at Alcorn University. I am Dr. Merle Evers Williams.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I am Betty Shabazz. I was married to the dynamic civil rights leader Malcolm X. As the wife of this fiery, uncompromising revolutionary leader, my young daughters and I were subjected to death threats and the firebombing of our home while we slept. All of this culminated into the murder of Malcolm at the Audubon Ballroom on February 21st, 1965, and a hit that happened while my young daughters and I sat in the audience and watched in horror. Along with Merle Evers Williams and Coretta Scott King, I too was inducted into a sorority that no one wanted membership, the Widows of Slain Black Leaders. Left on my own, I struggled raising 6 daughters, working and pursuing a degree in graduate studies and education, all the while striving to remain true to what my late husband stood for. As I put it, my children think my persona is me, when actually it's their fathers. I was active in the renaming of schools in honor of my late husband, and played a role in the founding of Malcolm X College in Chicago. I also specialized in early childhood education, and until my death, I worked to raise funds for scholarships and books for students in need. I am Betty Shabazz.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. I am Coretta Scott King, wife of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was assassinated in 1968. Channeling my griefs,
I concentrated my energies on fulfilling my husband's work. In 1985, 3 of my children and I were arrested in Washington, D.C. And 10 years later, I stood with Nelson Mandela as he was sworn in as president of that country. You see, when you're willing to make sacrifices for a great cause, you're never alone. I am Coretta Scott King. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. Psst. Children, come here. Come sit right here.
I am Bessie Coleman, better known as Queen Bess. I was born in a one-room cabin in Atlanta, Texas in 1892. I was one of 13 children. Not a pilot in America wanted to teach me because I was black and a woman. I learned French in night school and flew to Paris, where I was the first black American to earn an international pilot's license in 1921. I toured the country and organized exhibition flights and gave speeches about the potential of my race. I am Bessie Coleman.
Isn't Jesus wonderful?
I am Lady Joyce Lee Murphy Hash.
And I am Bishop J.C. Hash, Sr. I'm a small town country boy from Whitfield, Virginia. I love everybody and everybody loves me. I am the son of the late Reverend R.K. Hash Sr., and my mother is Mildred Hash. I married my precious Joyce Lee in 1962, and recently we have celebrated 50 years of marriage. I earned my BA in theology from Rhema Training Bible Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, under Dad Kenneth Hagin. I later received my honorary doctorate of divinity from Union Christian Bible Institute in Durham, North Carolina. Never in a million years did I see myself pastoring, but in 1987, my father, Reverend R.K. Hash Sr., retired and handed the church over to me. So following the voice of God and using what I learned under Dad Kenneth Hagin, you see fruit of it here today. In 2001, God gave me the vision to build 3 buildings at once. And because of listening to God and God's favor upon me, we were able to build churches all over the world. Come on, precious.
I, too, am from Whitfield, Virginia. I attended Victoria Bible Institute in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bishop and I have 4 children and 9 grandchildren who all love their pawpaw. I have been ministering alongside my husband for 25 years. And here at St. Peter's, we have a vision to win souls and make disciples. Bishop and I also have a lifestyle motto that we go by: live to give
and give to live.
Bishop and I, like we said, 50 years of marriage, and I love my bishop.
I'm going to tell you what, guys. None of this would have been possible without following God and, of course, having the support of my wife, who after 50 years still make my liver quiver. And guys, I tell you what, I'll tell you something else. If you follow me as I follow the Lord, I can take you there.
I am Lady Joyce Lee Murphy Hash.
And I am Bishop J.C. Hash, Senior Pastor of St. Peter's Church and World Outreach Center, the greatest church in the world.
Come on, y'all can do better than that. Yeah. We thank you so much. We just wanted to educate, inform, and empower. That was our goal, empower. And we give God the glory for these great African-American figures. Yeah, my puppet. So many different elements, and we just thank you all. We thank Kids Zone, the Children's Network, and everybody. We had a blast. Did y'all enjoy it? Well, let's make some noise for Black History Month, you all.